As we saw in the last video, chocolate begins with a cocoa tree. Trees are grown in the narrow subtropical strip around the equator in the zone between 23 degrees north and 23 degrees south. These cocoa trees are the source of all the flavour and goodness of fine quality chocolate. Although cocoa trees like heat, they don't like direct sunlight. They prefer to grow in the shade of palm, banana and plantain trees. After pollination, the flowers that grow along the trunks of the cocoa tree develop into pods. When ripe, the pods are hand-picked with the help of a machete to avoid damaging the trees. One tree produces enough pods each year to make about 5 bars of chocolate. After drying, the cocoa beans are checked and weighed into sacks. Now they're ready to be shipped to Europe or North America and turned into chocolate. To make sure the beans are safe to eat and to extract the maximum flavours, the beans are roasted. Each maker has their own recipe, how long and at what temperature they roast. Before the roasted beans can be turned into chocolate, the papery shells are removed, uncovering the cocoa nibs. This process is called winnowing. Now we get our first smell of real chocolate. To transform the cocoa nibs into chocolate, we have to pre-grind and refine them to get the nibs smaller. Chocolate is quite bitter, so at this stage we add some sugar and cocoa butter. The process of conching grinds the nibs down to such a fine paste that it becomes smooth and velvety. Once the nibs are at the perfect texture, it's heated and conched to develop the flavours more fully. This is a long, slow process and can take up to a day and a half to complete. The next stage of the chocolate making process is really important. Good chocolate melts in the mouth, has a shiny surface and breaks with a sharp snap sound. It's the tempering process that will make the chocolate like this. What we're doing is creating polymorphic crystals of chocolate. And to do this, we have to very carefully and accurately vary the temperature of the chocolate. When we're making dark chocolate, for example, tempering starts by heating the chocolate in a bowl to around 45 degrees Celsius. Then we cool it to 28.5 degrees Celsius, and finally we warm the chocolate back to 31 degrees Celsius, stirring all the time. We could eat this chocolate straight from the pan, but this is where the chocolatier gets to add the magic touch. A skilled chocolatier will know just which flavours, aromas and textures to add to his signature chocolate. The chocolate is now poured into moulds. Once the moulds are full, we need to release any air bubbles in the chocolate by firmly tapping the mould. To get the chocolate to set, we need to gently cool it. When cooled properly, the chocolate will shrink slightly, making it easy to take out of the mould. All we need to do now is add the wrapping. Foil is often used, but plastic can be used too. This is not only to make it more attractive, but also to protect the precious chocolate from strong aromas and bright light. These can oxidize the cocoa butter, spoiling the taste and appearance.